What is up, guys? My name is Andrew and welcome back to Space Engineers. Last episode, we moved the ship from over there to over here. And sure, it's a little bit farther from our base now, but at least we know the dang thing works. But one thing we also know is that it uses up quite a bit of hydrogen, and one hydrogen tank might not cut it. So today, for episode number 10, we're going to be working on the butt of this ship, the booty. Currently, we have the face. That's the face over there, that's where you would be if you were cockpitting. If you're like the driver. That right there is the mid section of our ship. It's got the engines, so it kind of keeps us up. Now we need the booty of the ship, and I'm not sure how we're going to do this. I think what we're going to do is something kind of like what we did right here. It's going to dip down and then come up and around like a booty does. It's going to be the booty of the ship. It's going to be awesome. So get ready. We're going to make the booty. But first, what we need to do is we need to probably go get more light armor or more steel plates, because I don't think we have any. So let's go over to our nice base. I haven't done any work on the base like I usually do between episodes, so the base is still exactly what it was last time, just a normal base like this, and that's fine, I suppose. I'll probably do a little bit of work between episode 10 and episode 11 to maybe well, I don't know. I don't really want to do work without you guys seeing, so maybe in this episode we'll make some part of this landing bay here. I don't know. Excuse me. Okay, let's go and grab some stuff. So we need a little bit of this. We'll take as much as we can. And actually, you know what? We'll also deposit some materials as well. So let me throw you guys back in here. And you I can probably throw as well. That's probably going to get pulled by our refinery in a second. There we go. Yeah, okay, that's fine. We have a lot of scrap metal, which is exactly what we want. Oh, I almost killed myself by flying myself against the ground. Okay, here we go. Time to design the booty. Where's our blocks? There we go. There's our blocks. And so the booty is going to go like this. That's about our mid area. Okay, so we're going to go out a little bit like this. Okay. It's pretty standard so far. We're just going to go out a little bit like normal. Now, I think we're probably just going to... Here, let's do this. Let's kind of bring it to a close there. So, 1, 2. Is that right? No, that's not right. Okay. So you need to go back one. That's okay. We almost have it. So you... like that. Okay, so you guys should be even at this point. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of close it off right here. So now let's go 2. Or no, 1. I mean, not 2. We'll do the same thing here. Now we're going to go like that and that. Okay, lots of thises and that's in this commentary. But that's how we do, you know. We're going to erase that one. Okay, so let's get this one out of here. You're out of here. Okay, and right there, that's going to be the booty. Okay, so take... more blocks. Oops, a little bit of lag there. 1, 2, 1, 2, booty. Just like that. That's our booty right there. We're gonna have to have engines in the booty as well. You know, I actually didn't think of this, but I think we'll be able to find a place for them. Engines are a 3x3, so what we're gonna want to do is, you know what? Let's. Okay, here's what we'll do. Take this out. Take out this portion. And we're just going to have this, we're just going to have it be flat right here, because this is where the engines are going to go. So, flat, like that. Okay, so let me go up a little bit and see if that looks fine. It's kind of a small ship. I'll give it that, okay? It's kind of small. Do we want to... You know what? I think it's going to be fine. So, we could have the engines here and there pushing back on that. But the question is, do we have enough room to put all the stuff we want to put in the booty? The things we want to put in the booty of the ship. We want to put the hydrogen tank, plural hydrogen tanks, maybe. We want to put the reactor, and we want to put. Let's see, is that all? That's pretty much it. But we might also want to put some other stuff in there. So let's make the booty a little bit bigger. Just a little bit, not too much bigger. Okay, so let's go in here and grab ourselves this. Actually, you know what? Let's cut. We'll cut this and we'll go out a little farther before we start going in. How about that? So, take the piece that we're using, which is this. All right. And you know what we'll even do is we'll come out like that as well. And then boom, like that. Like that. And then this is where we're going to close. And that, wait, actually no, we decided that we didn't want that. So we'll just flat out right here. Okay, so let's grab our pieces again and let's bring it back. So how many did we do? We did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 before we went in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then did we go 5? Okay, so, and then on that one we come out like that. And we'll erase that in part, don't worry. Okay, and we went to about, one more. All right, and then one this way. And then this way. All right, that should be perfect. Let's go up and make sure that it aligns perfectly. We got 4, 4, okay. Yeah, that's looking good. All right, let's get our snip tool. We're gonna snip this off a little bit of snip right here. There we go. That is enough booty room right there to have all the stuff that we want to have. So I'm imagining what we're going to do is something like what we did right here, where we have an up area and a down area, except what we'll have is a down area that goes in the middle. It's going to be a big down area. And then we'll have an up area with just like a platform, just so that you can be up there. Like, and there'll probably be stuff up there. Okay, so that's fine. This is bothering me right here. Let's get that. And eventually we're going to get hit by a meteor storm. I'm sorry, but it's going to happen. Just because... I mean, look, we've moved our ship into an area where meteors haven't hit yet, and there's only potential for meteors to hit us. So I'm really hoping that we don't, but it's probably going to happen. Okay, so that's that. Let's go down a little bit now. Let's see how we want our booty to go down right here. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to carry this over, and we're just going to go out like this. Just copy exactly what we have, but just one layer down. Is what we're doing here. And I gotta keep an eye on my hydrogen as well. I don't want to run out while doing this, because that would suck. I would fall. I wouldn't die, we're not high enough, but I would take a little bit of damage, which no one's ever been hurt from a little bit of damage. Well, never mind. Okay, so that's looking solid. Do we want to go down one more even? I'm thinking yes. I'm thinking we'll go down one more, but just on the inner one. So we have the outer one over there. We're not going to go down one more with that. So inner one, down. Awesome. And now this ship right here, I've noticed, it's not going to be very secure as far as punctures go, seeing as there's only one layer between what would be space and the inside. And it's just light armor blocks. It's not even heavy armor blocks. So that's a thing. But honestly, I don't think it's that big of a deal. All right, there we go. And that's going to be the ground right there. So we're going to bring this in to make the ground. Oops, a little bit of lag there. That happens every time we autosave, by the way. Just a little bit of lag. No big deal. All right, so that's going to be the ground. We're going to fill that all in, and it'll be awesome. Let's see. We'll have this filled in as well. Excuse me. Big cough there. Okay, so yeah, we'll leave it like that. What we're going to do is we're going to have, let me fill in a little bit here. So we'll have this, these will be stairs right here. So stairs just like that, and we'll have stairs the same. Actually, you know what? Okay, here's what we're doing. That's not where I wanted the stairs. I wanted the stairs 2 over. So let's remove this real quick. Okay. So this is where the stairs are going to be. Right here. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Awesome. Okay, and then the same exact thing on this side. We like to be, what's the word? Symmetric. That's the word. Symmetric. Okay, and then right here is where we're going to have stairs going up. So stairs right there, and then also right here. And that'll be the floor. And it'll basically go around like this. Yeah. Just like that. And it'll go all the way around the ship, just as like a little area that you can walk. It'd be like a maintenance kind of area. So it wouldn't be too glamorous, but it'd be an area for sure. So there's that. And then one more up. And kaboom. Okay, so now you kind of see. Okay. Okay. Please don't let this be the time. Okay, that one doesn't look like it has a death wish. Or it doesn't look like it wishes to kill our base. But this one could be headed for trouble. Are there any more meteors or just the 3? I think it's just the 3, which is fine. Okay, that one's going to miss us by a mile. But these two might be going for the base. And I really hope they're not. Please, 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 please. Hey, question for you who was watching this video. Post in the comments, can I get turrets that will shoot down the meteors? I know in Mission to Mars, or what's it called? Surviving Mars, the new game by Paradox, I think. I know they have turrets that shoot down the meteors, but I'm not sure if that's in this game. Oh well. Back to the ship. We're going to fill this all in. It's probably going to take a lot of iron plates, but we will get it done. And so what's going to happen is we're going to have this big floor area right here, and then we'll have in the back, kind of right here, we'll have the 2 thrusters. And this is also where we'll be able to store the reactor, and we'll also be able to store the hydrogen tanks as well. So these would come down into where the hydrogen tanks would be stored, probably alongside here or something. Haven't really decided where we're gonna stick that stuff, but we'll get it sorted. Okay, so I think I'm gonna take a break then, and we're going to go and fill in this stuff. Probably not gonna show it because it's gonna require a lot of mining, but when we come back, some of that's gonna be filled in. And break. You know what? Before we go on our mining expedition, we haven't done anything for the ship. You see over there, it's very blurry, but it's still not done. One of the comments that we got by Rob Hoddle, thank you very much for that, is he said that we can actually put assemblers in cooperative mode. So if we get another assembler right here, we should be able to tell it to be a cooperative mode assembler, and then this one will task it with things to do. So let's see if we can do that. Do we have our assembler here? I think it's one of these, isn't it? Maybe it's one of these. That's a refinery, and there's the assembler. Okay, so I'm assuming it needs to be connected via some sort of, or one of its connections. So let's turn you over. Yeah, that'll connect perfectly because we've got the connection there and we've got a connection here. So we need steel plates to build that. Let's grab some. I know we have some somewhere. Oh, there we go. Grab some of those. So we'll stick that. Is that the right orientation? Yes, it is. Right there. Let's see what we need. Computers, displays, motors, and construction components. Computers, we have construction components there. Computers, displays, motors, and construction components. We should have all that stuff now. We need more computers. Wow. That's a first. Oops, I did not mean to stick this stuff in there. I wanted to stick it inside our small cargo container. We need computers. Hey, assembler, I've got a task for you. Build me about, I'd say probably 200 computers. Go ahead and do that, please. There we go. There's, how many do we need? Probably, well, 40, I think. So let's give it half a second, and that should be enough in a second. There we go. I think I have to grab it from here. Yeah, there we go. And boom. Okay, so now if we put you into cooperative mode, which is right there, cooperative mode, then you should be making stuff. But you're not. Why are you not making stuff? Production, production, production. Assembling, production queue. Enable or disable cooperative mode. That's disabled. So then let me make sure you're not in cooperative mode, because you shouldn't be. Right? I think that's how it works. Okay. So you, production, but you should be in cooperative mode. But then you right here should not be in cooperative mode. I don't know. Help. I don't know. I've watched videos on this. Oh, you know what? Assembler 2. Go in cooperative. Assembler 1. Don't go in cooperative. So assembler 2. Okay, so assembler 2 is given tasks as well. All right, so finally we've got two of these things working together to give us stuff. Awesome. I can actually probably put a speed thing on that one as well. Sweet. Thank you, Rob Hoddle. You just probably saved me so much time. Now I need to go on an iron expedition to go and get some iron, so I'll talk to you guys in probably probably a hot second. You know, I was just working on the ship and it got me wondering, what color do you guys think we should paint this? That's something I've thought about a little bit. The trailer for this game has, like a red ship, and I thought that looked really cool. But if we take a look at our ship, it's currently all white. So we could paint it all one color, or we could do some other crazy stuff. We do a rainbow ship. No, but I was just wondering, cause think about this. What if we have like lines in it, like to tell you where to go? Like we have like, this is your walking line or something. Like you walk up here. You have like a red line. It tells you like kind of go this way. I don't know. I thought that might be pretty cool. So just tell me what you guys think about what color we should paint the ship. I figure I should probably show some of this, at least some of this hard work. The hard work that we're working on the ship, because we got to get it done. Well, once we get this done, we'll be able to do our mission. And our mission, our sole mission, not really, our sole mission for the playthrough is to have fun and do whatever. That's what Space Engineers is all about. It's you're an engineer lost in space, and you can choose whatever mission you want. But I've defined our mission as getting to somewhere else, because that's something I've just never done in the game. Space Engineers is one of the games on my channel that I actually play a lot of in my spare time. Like when no one's recording is what I mean. Like Planet Coaster, I love Planet Coaster. It's so fun. I don't play it that often though. When I'm not recording, I like to record it, definitely. But when I'm not recording, I don't play it terribly often. Space Engineers, on the other hand, I have had a couple of goes playing, I don't know, like 12 hours at a time. Not really, but like 5 hours at a time. Just messing around in Space Engineers, and it's always very fun. I've played with friends, I've played alone. We've always had a great time. But the one thing I've never done is I've never gotten off the planet. We always get to the planet, and then we stay here. We, if it's team, or me, if it's just me. I stay here, set up a turret, maybe to defend against dogs that I have enabled. But yeah, that's pretty much it. We just stay in the one area, and then never move out. I've had, let's see, I've tried to build a ship of this magnitude once before, and I've already told you about it in like the last previous episodes, but maybe I'll post a picture of it, because I think I do have a couple screenshots of it. This is the ship that I was talking about that got away. The one that when we turned it on, immediately it just started launching up into space. And like I said when I mentioned it before, I'm very happy that that bug seems to be fixed at this point. Ooh, crazy subtopic thing. Look how much iron I brought back. That's 110,000 plus what is in here, which is 39. 110 plus 39, that's 149,000 iron, plus the amount that's already been refined and sent to our assemblers. By the way, these things are working at ludicrous speed now. So thank you so much to, Rob, was that your name? Oh my god, I forgot it. I think it was Rob. It was Rob. I just went and checked. I have YouTube pulled up on the same screen. Rob, thank you so much. This helps a lot. And I think it might have also been Rob, but I'm not going to quote you on that for sure, because I'm not sure. It could have been someone else. But someone said that I should probably attach a connector here, and then attach the same connector to the base, so that I can just, instead of having to take out, like 200,000 of one material, I can just connect the ship to the base and it will take it out for me. I don't know. I think I'll do that. I'll probably end up doing that. Maybe, well, probably not this episode, but maybe next episode I'll just mess around and get that done. But for now, we're just, do you see how fast this thing works? This is crazy. This makes it just so easy to run around and repair the ship. Before you'd have to wait, what, 10 seconds was the first one? You have to wait like 10 seconds in order to get one full block. But yeah, so it's way faster now. Oh, you know what I never thought about? Here's a question. Where do I want to stick the landing gear as well? Do we need a landing gear? One thing I've seen people do before is they put the landing gear just to start building the ship. But once the ship's built, they take away the landing gears, because the ship's never really supposed to touch the ground, right? It's, I don't know. That's an idea. We could take away the landing gears, or we could just throw some on right over here, just for the sake of it. I don't know. Well, we will definitely consider that. Let's keep welding away. Oh, we're out of steel again. So you see why you need so much steel. Like, you might think at first that 100,000 steel is a lot, but it goes fast. And the double assemblers are definitely helping out. But see, now I'm thinking I might need double refineries. Just because, do you hear that sound? Do you hear that? Pew! Pew! That's the sound of this thing turning off and on. And it's got the production queue. It just, wait, assembler 2. See, it's got the production queue. This thing is properly handing it things. It's just not getting the materials fast enough. Honestly, though, I think it's fine. I can replenish my steel plates fast enough, so it's okay. It's perfectly fine. Ooh, you guys want to try an experiment? Let's try an experiment. I've actually been wondering this. Will I die if I go towards the light? Ah! I'm an idiot. Of course I'm gonna die. That actually reminds me of something, though. We need a medical room on there as well. Which means we need somewhere to put it. Crap, well now my stuff's under that thing, which killed me. Be kind. Pick up the welder. The elite welder. My pride and joy. And then let's grab all of our stuff here. We have a little bit of... Oops. Let's actually drop this stuff. We don't need this. This is all the stuff that we get for spawning. We'll pick these out. We'll grab this stuff, and we're good. All set. What was that? Was that an unknown signal? Well, we could go get that, but I think we need to work on our ship. We got work to do. What do you require, by the way? Construction components? Oh, that's right. We had a huge... I remember. Last time I was building, we had a huge drought of construction components. So that's why a lot of our stuff is not built on the ship that should be. But here we go. The floor is almost built 100%. So that's good. I swear, I would die without this elite welder. It's just so awesome. Right, so let's look at the back of this real quick. An engine is a 3x3 block. And what we want is we want 2 engines out the back here shooting this way to propel the ship forward when it wants to go forward. So I am thinking... Well, here's one thing that we're doing anyway. We're putting another layer up here. So let's just get this layer up here real quick. And just a little bit of it, not all of it. And then we'll go ahead and fill that in, and then we'll be able to apply the second thing. So let's get this. There's a meteor storm. I hope that's not going to hit us. Nope, they look like they're missing by miles. That's one of my fears, is that it's going to hit something important. I remember when this game first came out, I had a couple of friends who were playing it, and they said the meteor storms always seem to target their stuff, like their most important stuff. So I wonder if that's actually changed. If that used to be the case, but now it's not. Because nothing important has been hit yet. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining, but... Oops, a little bit of lag there as the meteors crash. But I'm not complaining, but I do find it interesting that nothing's been hit yet. Nothing important has been hit. Okay, so we're going to do right here. A 3x3 area for an engine. Right there. Okay, and then we'll do the same thing on this side. 2, 3. And so the whole reason that I put that top block there was because, well, it would have been fine, but if you delete the block that's holding another block, blocks will fall because there's gravity, and then there's no way to bring them back. So, I don't know. Let's add our thing. Where is it? Where's our engine? Oh, engine, where art thou? There it is. Right here. We're going to need a placeholder block, because you have to actually place it on something. So we're going to put a placeholder block right there. And then we can put our engine. 1 and 2, just like that. So now you kind of see how the ship's going to work. Is that we're going to have these engines pushing back right here. And we might even run another block under this as well. I'm just not sure. But yeah, those are the main engines right there. So these bottom engines right here, we need so many just to keep the ship up. But these ones will be propelling the ship forward. So, God, how much hydrogen are we going to need? It's going to be crazy. You know what we could do? Right, so hydrogen thrusters require hydrogen, and hydrogen's a pain to get sometimes. We could use ion thrusters. Like, we could have ion thruster here, ion thruster here. And then once we're out of the atmosphere, we could turn off the hydrogen thrusters. That's an idea. I think we're going to stick with the we're definitely going to stick with the hydrogen ones pushing down. But that's definitely an idea. And then the hydrogen thrusters will be our emergency thrusters. So maybe we'd have like a weak hydrogen thruster pushing this way, and a weak one pushing that way, and then a weak one pushing forward, so that the ship can actually stabilize. But other than that, these two right here plus the 4 right there, those will allow the ship to hover in the atmosphere and also fly towards space at a very, very high velocity. So, and then once you're in space, you turn off the hydrogen thrusters. You don't need hydrogen anymore. Now all you need to do is use those ion thrusters, which don't require any hydrogen. I think that might be how we're going to do things, just because we can't get enough hydrogen to hold this thing up, or to keep this thing going. You saw when we tried to hover this thing, how much hydrogen it was taking. So I think that might be what we do. Are we out of... I think we're out of... No, we're not out of steel plates. In fact, okay, here's a question. If I delete you... Okay, you don't fall. Awesome. Because it's being held up by the sides at this point. Okay, you guys need a crap load of things. So, but yeah, that's the main... I guess that's the main shell of the ship here. This is where most of the thing's going to be. I thought that the front and the side were going to be the main part of the ship, but this is where most of the critical sections, most of the critical parts of the ship are going to be located right here. So, well, that's good to know. Now we've found our critical section. What's next to do? I mean, we do need to fill this all in, and I'm sure we have enough steel plates back at base. So let's go ahead and do that. You know, part of me, okay, so let's talk about commentary for a second. So I like doing commentaries. Commentaries are fun and everything. But when it comes to a game like Space Engineers, sometimes it's a little bit difficult simply because... are we out of production stuff? Give me a second. By the way, what I'm doing there is I'm hitting the mouse button. Oops, nope, don't make that. I'm hitting the mouse button to make 100. Shift mouse to make 100. Shift left or right mouse to make 100. And I'm spamming that so I can click as fast as I can to make 1 billion. So it'll make me all those. But what were we talking about? Commentary. Let's talk about commentary because it's always fun to talk about commentary. So commentary is what I'm doing now. But and that was filler right there, so I could think of what to say next. Commentary 101. So for a game like this, it's a little bit difficult to figure out how you want to do things because on the one hand, I want to get good at doing commentary when there's nothing happening. I want to be entertaining when there's nothing interesting happening in the game. So take a dull gameplay, for instance, like what's happening right now. All we're doing is we're filling in these blocks right here. It's not exactly the most interesting stuff. So I want to practice getting better at doing a commentary during these moments like this. But at the same time, I don't want to expose you guys to a lot of boring gameplay. So I have to kind of try and find a middle ground between doing what I'm doing right now, which is talking while doing this, trying to have a conversation, or do a good commentary while doing this, or cutting the footage altogether and just showing the interesting parts. So that's the whole dilemma when it comes to doing commentary on games like this. And so I think I might do a little bit of both. I might try and do some commentary while doing this sort of thing, which is... We are already out of steel plates? What? Oh, because we probably put them all into this thing, didn't we? No, we didn't. Where's our steel plates? I don't know. But yeah, I might do a combination where I talk a little bit. I do a little bit of this stuff, which I'm doing right now, and then I do a little bit of cutting as well. For instance, maybe while we're mining. I don't know. What do you guys think? How much should I leave in? How much of the game should it just be raw gameplay and commentary all together? Like no cuts at all, or should I do lots of cuts, or should I find a middle ground like I'm trying to do right now? What do you guys think? I guess that'll really decide it, honestly. Tell me what you guys think down in the comments, and we'll try that out. I like doing experimental episodes where we try something new, because I've been doing YouTube for a long time, but I'm kind of new to doing the whole Let's Play commentary, because I did a lot of CS:GO videos back in the day. So definitely let me hear your thoughts on that sort of thing, and also tell me what you guys think of the ship so far. What do you guys think we should do? Specifically, and I talked about this earlier, but the colors, because that's the most important thing, right? It's space engineers, and all we care about in engineering are the pretty colors. So what do you guys think we should do in terms of colors and in terms of this stuff? Like, this is gigantic. Can we even fit it back there? I don't know. It might be a little bit tough. We could fit it in the center. Maybe what we'll do is maybe we'll like, I don't know. We'll find a way. No worries. We'll definitely find a way. Okay, so I said I was going to do a little bit of a hybrid between the commentary plus gameplay and the cutting. So what we're going to do now is we're going to cut it, and I'm going to work a little bit more on the ship, and I'm going to come back when most of that's actually filled out, and we'll talk about what we're going to do next in the next video. So this is the end of this one almost, but yeah. So I'll be right back in a second, and snap fingers. Oh my god, a meteor hit in the same place twice. Wow, that is a first. I've never seen that happen. 1, 2, just like that. Wow. Okay, well, let's look at the finalized version of our ship. Like I said, we're doing a kind of a hybrid version of commentary plus cutting. So let's look at what we've done with the booty of our ship. The booty is so beautiful, I think. It's basically just like a storage area. Well, it's not meant for storage, but it looks like just a storage area where you can go up and you can go on this little catwalk and walk around, or you can go down and you can go into this area where you'll be able to do stuff. So a couple of characteristics about the booty of the ship. So it's big enough that we can probably store this in there. We'll find a way, and we can store a couple of those in there, probably on the bottom somewhere, or maybe we might even like cut this off and bring it up one, just so that we have a 3x3 availability space, so that we can actually put stuff there. So we'll see how that works. Are you 3x3? I think it's 3x3 this. Yeah, it must. Yeah, it's a 3x3. So yeah, we might definitely have to do that, just so that we can store some of those things along the side or something. So I'm thinking we might have a hydrogen tank. We might put one right here. We might put one on this side as well. I'm thinking we might put the reactor right in the back right here, just so that it's the center thing. It's gigantic and that sort of thing. Not sure what we're going to put on the top. Maybe it's just like a place you could go or something. Let's see what the outer side of it looks like. I've tried my work at making it look cool. Kind of. I'm still working on it, trying to make it look awesome. So the way it's going to work, and I've already explained this, but I'll re-explain it as well, just in case you're watching this video from the back to the front, if that's the thing. So we've got these thrusters down here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are our main thrusters that allow the ship to stay up. It allows it to float, to hover. These two thrusters are going to allow it to go forward. Now these are all hydrogen thrusters, which means they're going to take so much hydrogen to use. We saw trying to hover there, it took a lot of hydrogen. We almost ran out and fell. In fact, we did do that one of the 2 times we tried to hover. So these are going to be only used for emergencies. They're going to be emergency thrusters for only if you're in the atmosphere. And what they'll be doing, they'll be hit, like you hit a button and it'll turn on these things. So that's how that's going to work. We're also going to have ion thrusters. So we're going to throw a couple ion thrusters back here. We might throw some up here or something. I don't know, just a design feature, this weird little thing. We'll work it in somehow. We're going to have ion thrusters on the sides, and we'll have ion thrusters pushing down as well and pushing up as well. So that's when you get into space, you're no longer going to need these hydrogen thrusters. You'll be using the ion thrusters. And so then if maybe you get a little bit too close to a planet and you start getting pulled in by its gravity, that's where the hydrogen thrusters are going to come into play. So that's how the whole ship's going to work. There's the ship's booty. Next episode, we'll begin kind of moving this stuff over into that area and trying to get it to work with our stuff. we used up all of the iron that we got. Remember, we got almost 200,000 iron at the start. It's all used up. All was used on this little area of the ship, so you can imagine how much iron we need for the whole thing. It's kind of crazy if you think about it. But yeah, that's going to be the episode. If you liked it, hit that like button. Put your comments and suggestions down below. Thank you for you guys who have been giving me suggestions. They're so helpful. And I'll see you guys in episode number, this was 10, so in episode number 11. See ya.